What's up, YouTubers? It is your boy, Dalyxman, and welcome to Dalyxman's Q&A Corner number 82. We are drawing closer and closer to number 100, where your boy plans to interview a wrestler. I don't know who it is, whether it's a woman or a man. All I know is it will be a professional wrestler. I have some ideas on who I want it to be, but we still got time. We got 18 more episodes. And I think after I'm done with this particular episode, I'll ask you guys to suggest who would you like to see me interview. Now, I would love it to be a WWE wrestler. More than likely, it won't be because of WWE parameters and stuff like that. It could be someone who used to be in WWE. Cody Rhodes is fair game. John Morrison or Johnny Mundo or Johnny Impact is fair game. Taya, Marty Scurll, Will Ospreay. You know, those guys. They're fair game. As for WWE, I would love to interview an NXT WWE wrestler. But I'm not too sure if their contracts will allow them to, talk to someone like your boy. Although I used to work for WWE, so I might be able to scratch that in and maybe get something out of that. But we'll see. Regardless, 18 more episodes. As for this edition, we got some things to talk about. Before I get to the Q&A, I want to take a look at the results. Yes, Crown Jewel did happen on Friday, and based off of the poor reaction that it got, the very bad reviews that doesn't surprise me, really. This was not a show that people liked. And I knew the moment I saw the card, and with the controversy of Jamal Khashoggi being killed, Saudi Arabia just having a horrible, horrible look during this time, and then other issues popping up, I can already tell before the show even came on, this was not going to be good. What turned out to be one of the worst pay-per-views of the year, if not the worst pay-per-view of the year for WWE, but I'm going to say one of the worst. Probably not the worst. Backlash might be just a tad bit worse, but definitely one of the worst pay-per-view of the years. It's no surprise to me that fans are coming to me asking me to react to the results, because that's a lot of the, when I asked you guys to send me questions, those are a lot of the questions I got. Give me your thoughts on the results of Crown Jewel, which is why I'm doing it. So we'll do that. We'll look at the results. I have not seen the show. I haven't seen a single clip. I told you guys Monday I would not be watching the show. I still haven't seen a damn thing. I've avoided everything. I haven't gone to their YouTube channel. I haven't seen anything when it comes to Crown Jewel. All I've seen are pictures and photos. And I think for my sanity, it's good that I've only seen photos. Because based off of what I've seen in the photos, I feel, you know what? No. For a rare opportunity has come up where your boy Dalyxman can be a jerk. I told y'all this show was going to suck. I told y'all if you watched it, you would regret it. And some of y'all went, nah, I'm going to watch it anyways. And then you watched it, and now you hate yourself for it. So live with that. Live with that pain. If you saw the show and you hated it and you regret watching it, that's on you. I told y'all that it was a bad idea to watch this show, and some of y'all still saw it. To everyone else that saw it, to everyone else who didn't see it, to everyone else who saw my video and didn't see the show, good for you. To the ones who saw it, I don't feel sorry for you. You get what you get. So don't throw a fit. Bars. Now, yes, we'll be looking at the results, and then afterwards we'll get into the actual Q&A. If you want to send me a question, you can do it over Facebook, or you can send me questions over Twitter with #AskDalyxman, or you can just send it to me in the live chat. If this is the first time you're watching your boy Dalyxman, welcome. You can do a couple of things. You can like the video, get this video to 200. 200 likes is the goal. Starting tomorrow, I will raise the goal to 250. So for every video starting tomorrow, it will go from 200 to 250. I think we're doing good. So I'll push the envelope a little bit more starting tomorrow on my Raw review. So like the video, get this one to 200. And while you're at it, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, if you want to help expand the brand of your boy Dalyxman, you can do a couple of things. You can like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter at DalyxmanVX1. You can donate using PayPal, Patreon, or Super Chat. You can buy yourself a Dalyxman t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees. The link to everything is down below in the description box, as well as a link to the sponsor of this video, Super Chat. This video is sponsored, Super Chat. Yes, Super Chat sponsors the video. Sorry. Excuse me, the video is actually sponsored by WrestleCrate. I don't even know how I said Super Chat. The video is sponsored by WrestleCrate. WrestleCrate is a monthly subscription service that sends you wrestling merchandise straight to your door for a monthly subscription price. If you want yourself a WrestleCrate and get some of this awesome merchandise in the back for yourself, you can subscribe down below. And if you use the promo code Dalyxman, that is the promo code Dalyxman, you will get your first box 20% off. So who's here? Who's here in the live chat? Who has joined me? Who has decided to make another bad decision? No, I'm joking. Who has decided to join me for this really cool live video? Let's see. We got OG Wave, Chemo, Frozen Kit Kats. That's a new one. Black Cyborg Gaming, Nasty Nate, Anthony Henry. Drink it in, man. SWAT Fan 100. Bride Guy 10201. Power Spin 1 Games. Brett, this is a new one. Is it Siebenhaar? Brett Siebenhaar. Close enough. Sonic X WWE The King, T.Y. William. Sean Higgins. Tyreek Campbell. These are some new names. Welcome. It's Jeffrey. That's a new name too. Alexandre. Is it Alejandre? Or is it actually Alexandra? I'm going to go with Alexandra. That sounds better. Alexandre Costa. Brandon Kambambia. Joe Bob Tarhir. Is it Tarheel or Tarhir? I'm going to go with Tarheel. That sounds better. What's up, Joe Bob? EJ Movement. Hellraiser. JGMLG3. Piccolo Frieza 29. Love that name. Bradley Williams. Lily Rose, WWE Fan 18, Cable J Flamed, Ramel Fleming, is it Kai Wilson or K Wilson? I'm gonna go with, I like Kai Wilson better. Let's go with Kai Wilson. Sylph the Dark, Mr. Michael Law, James H. And we got super chats already.
BC Amplified from YouTube. He ran your video about WWE Crown Jewels.
No idea who that is, and he has every right to rant on my video, so I hope he enjoyed the video, regardless of him ranting on it, and cool with me. If you didn't like the video, you have every right to not like it and rant on it, so hopefully he got a lot of views off of that, and if you did, you owe me some money. Nah, I'm just joking.
Do you think WWE is going with Braun chasing Lesnar storyline, similar to Reigns? Or is Braun finally buried? I am happy I didn't pay for Crown Jewel.
Well, Ivan, first off, thank you for joining me for this podcast, and thank you for the $5 super chat. We'll talk about Braun Strowman in just a second, because he is a part of this crazy... Wow. Super chats are coming in crazy. Dance break.
Sadly, HBK looks like a cancer victim.
Ouch! I wouldn't have gone that far, but dang, cancer victim? I didn't think it was that bad. But you guys are going nuts right now with these super chats. Thank you so much for the super chats, everyone. So, I think that's all the pre-show stuff. I can actually start with the Crown Jewel recap, right? I think we're good. Thank you to everyone joining me. If I didn't say your name, it's not because I hate you. I see some new people coming in. Hey guys, what's going on? Let's get to this. Also, let me change the lighting a little bit because your boy, I feel like the lighting has gone down. I don't like that. I don't like that the lighting went down. Okay, I think we're good now. All right. So now, let's get to it. Crown Jewel. Again, I had not seen the show. I am literally reading this word for word. And this is from, is this CBS Sports? This is CBS Sports. So they did a full recap. So I'm going to read it word for word and just react to it. So here we go. Crown Jewel results. And they actually have grades too. So I guess I'll read the grades as well. Says here, the first thing we saw was a U.S. Championship match. United States Championship. Shinsuke Nakamura defeating Rusev. I love that for the United States Championship, we had a Japanese wrestler taking down a Bulgarian wrestler for a U.S. belt. I just think that's so freaking hilarious. Nakamura headbutts Rusev's groin out of the accolade. Ouch. And followed with Kinshasa to pick up the 1-2-3. Nothing too special. Grade C-. Ooh, he didn't like that match. I mean, he gave it a C-, so I guess I would have to agree. I wouldn't think it was a C-. I would have thought it was at least a C. You know, it probably wasn't special. I agree with that. That doesn't even sound special, but C-. Yikes. That was the only kickoff match, right? I think it was, so. We opened up the show apparently with the Hulkster. Hulk Hogan, of all shows to return on, decided to return on Crown Jewel. Really, Hogan? Really? And look, I get it. Hogan is just happy to be back. So I'm pretty sure just to not rock the boat, he obliged and just came. But for real though, of all countries to come back in, Saudi Arabia. You know, the same country that John Cena and Daniel Bryan protested against. They basically said, we're not going to support anything when it comes to Saudi Arabia. That's the show Hulk Hogan decides to return on. Not a good look, Hogan. Not a great look whatsoever. Jesus Christ, everyone.
The only good thing about Crown Jewel is that it started on a good time. 6 in the evening here in Northern Europe.
Well, Jimmy Anderson, thank you for the... what does SEK stand for? I don't know like how that translates into US dollars, but thank you for the super chat. It came on 9 a.m. for me, so I was at work. I wasn't going to watch it regardless. Live, at least. But, yeah, it's kind of bad when you think about it that way, but holy crap. Of all, again, just getting back to Hogan, of all days to come back on, you came back during Saudi Arabia, during this show. And apparently he was the host. Was he involved in other stuff besides the opening segment? And how was the reaction? I'm assuming he got some love. It's Hulk Hogan. And no offense to anybody that's still mad at him about his racist comments, which I completely understand. If Hogan was to show up this Monday, and the first thing I hear is bum 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 bum, I am a real American, I'm gonna jam out to it. I'm gonna jam out to Real American, cause that's Hogan. I'm a Hogan fan. Still, even as a Hogan fan, not the best place to return on, especially knowing what you are coming back from. Now, what the hell did he say? Let me read this. Says here, Hogan came back, started off with, well, let me tell you something, brother. And he said it was great to be back and was excited to be the host. And that was about it. Oh, so he got in and out, basically. He didn't really say much. All right. Renee Young was there. So, how was that? Like, again, people who actually watched the show, I know it's hard to recall this stuff because I'm making you remember how bad it was. But, like, was anything done to Renee Young? Like, did she get to say some things? Did she even say anything? Was a camera shown? Was she shown? A clip, a camera shown. was she shown on camera? Sorry. Was she actually viewed from the audience? Or was it one of those things where she was there but hidden? Was she forced to wear something that she wasn't supposed to wear? Or like something she was... she had to wear to do her job. I'm asking a lot of these questions. I'm pretty sure some of y'all don't even care. But I'm just curious. Like, they actually got Renee Young to go and commentate, which is shocking to me. But all right, I'm assuming it wasn't that big of a deal. Nasty Nate says Renee Young was forced to wear granny panties. Of course. Life with Zach says she was clothed up. All right. Kai Wilson says she was fully dressed, so nobody was bothered. Okay, so she was fully dressed in black. Okay, so anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the actual card now. The first match was a World Cup quarterfinals match. Rey Mysterio defeated Randy Orton via pinfall. It says here, in a short match, as most of these World Cup matches will be, Mysterio took down Orton by folding him up in a pinning combination. Immediately afterward, Orton hit Mysterio with an RKO, launched him to the outside of the ring, and threw him over the announcer table. Okay. It says it was an average match. I got nothing to say about that. Okay. And then we move on to another match. Another World Cup quarterfinals match. The Miz defeated Jeff Hardy via pinfall. Hardy dominated most of the match and looked ready to put Miz away with a twist of fate, but Miz quickly countered into a skull-crushing finale for a rare clean victory. Oh, wow. So he beat Jeff Hardy clean. All right. This guy is just giving out C's. I'm assuming that... Well, honestly, I'm not surprised that he's giving out C's because it's a house show. So I'm assuming there wasn't really a really big standout match. It was all kind of like watching an episode of Raw, per se. Interesting. Isn't that what a house show is? Sorry. Another World Cup match. Seth Rollins defeats Bobby Lashley. It says, in a quick flash, Rollins absorbed a big elbow, but then leapfrogged over a charging Lashley and surprised him with a stomp for the pinfall. Oh, wow. So, like, he was going for, a spear? And then not Jeff, but that would be nice, too. And Seth jumped over him and caught him with a stomp on the way down. That actually sounds pretty cool. I'm actually tempted to look that up. Nah, I'm not going to. He gave that match a C+. Dolph Ziggler took on Kurt Angle, and he beat him. Ziggler beat Kurt Angle via pinfall. It says here, it looked like Kurt Angle had a clean win midway through the match when he hit the Angle Slam. But Ziggler kicked out at 2, which is exactly what Angle did a few moments later when Ziggler hit the Famouser. Angle dodged a zigzag attempt and rolled Ziggler over into his ankle lock, and it did not look like he would be able to get out of it. Ziggler eventually rolled through, shoved Angle through the turnbuckles into the ring posts. Oh, basically shoved him into the ring post and hit the zigzag for the victory. Aw, so Kurt didn't even get past the quarterfinals? It's kind of lame. SmackDown Tag Team Championship, The Bar beat the New Day. Nothing special. Semifinals. The Miz defeat Rey Mysterio. Mysterio's Frog Splash attempt was thwarted by elevated knees by Miz, who took advantage of Mysterio's injury ribs, thanks to Randy Orton, with a pin combination. Alright. Ziggler defeated Rollins. Oh, wow. Okay. So Rollins didn't even get to the finals. Interesting. With the referee distracted and Rollins on the top rope, McIntyre pushed him off. Rollins flew and fell flat on his face. And Ziggler took advantage with a super kick for the win. People called this contest the undisputed match of the night. Of course it is. Ziggler and Rollins just tend to have solid to good matches by default. So of course they're going to have match of the night. After that, we got AJ Styles taking on Samoa Joe. Although I was getting ready to say Rey Mysterio, that would have been nice. Styles took on Joe. He defeated him via pinfall. Says here the match was relatively slow, with Joe taking early advantage using his brutal style. Joe could barely stand by the end of the match, and Styles hit a phenomenal forearm to pin him 1, 2, 3. Oh, so he just pinned him clean. Like, no BS. He pinned Samoa Joe clean. Yikes. I don't know if that was the right way to go about that match. This is not good. Because, honestly, at this point, Joe lost to AJ at, what, SummerSlam? I think. When did he fight? Did he fight him at SummerSlam? Or was it Hell in a Cell? No, he fought him at SummerSlam. He lost to him by DQ, if I'm not mistaken. Then he lost to him at Hell in a Cell. Then he lost to him at Super Showdown. And now he lost to him at Crown Jewel. So that's 4 times in a row. Like, at this point, I don't know if Joe even deserves to even have a championship match. I get it, though. I think WWE is worried that Joe might be too injury prone to have him run with the belt. So, if I'm WWE, I wouldn't put the belt on him either. Because it seems like he gets hurt every other week. So, poor guy. He's getting up there. His body has been through hell. And, he's about to be 40? Like, he's like 38, 39 right now. So, yeah, he might be winding it down. Like AJ is. I think AJ won't be around for the next. I dare say, what year is this? 2018? I think 2020 might be his last year. Because even his style is starting to get a little slow. Which is okay. It's AJ Styles. But we'll see. But, yeah. I'm not shocked that Joe didn't win here. Although, it is sad. Like, I think, even though Joe is clearly not as good as he was inside the ring 10 years ago, maybe even 5 years ago, he is cutting some of the best promos in his life. His work on the microphone is godlike. I just wish he was as good of an in-ring performer as he was in 2005. Because, like, that Samoa Joe with the promo god that he is now would easily be the best wrestler in the world right now. But as time went by, his body got weaker and his ability to talk got better. So it is what it is. You can't do anything about it. And apparently Joe is 39. So yeah, he's about to wind it down. I mean, they could still give him the championship, but he would have to be a Brock Lesnar. Someone who wrestles every once in a while, not every other week. Speaking of Brock Lesnar, let's talk about this craziness. The Universal Championship. Brock Lesnar defeats Braun Strowman via pinfall to win the vacant belt. Let me read how this all came about. So, this is what it says. Before the match began, Raw GM Baron Corbin, ringside to oversee the championship match, brought the Universal title into the ring and hit Strowman over the head with it. Oh, okay, so it wasn't a clean loss. Lesnar proceeded to hit Strowman with 3 F5s, okay, attempting to pin him after each one. But Strowman kept kicking out. Oh, okay, Lesnar then hit an F5 on Strowman over the top rope, throwing him to the outside of the ring.
Everybody say, this is.
They should give Samoa Joe the title, even for a short time. Only give him at least one feud, unlike Nakamura.
So basically, do what they did with Nakamura and give him the U.S. Championship as a consolation prize. I mean, that's what you want, go for it, but I'm getting kind of sick of that. I'm kind of sick of the U.S. Championship being a consolation prize for people who don't beat AJ Styles. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if I like that. But yeah, Lesnar hit an F5 over the top rope, throwing Strowman to the outside of the ring. Strowman still got up and beat the 10 count, but then he hit another F5. And that's how he lost. Okay, I mean, on paper, again, I didn't even see the match. So, on paper, it sounded like they protected him pretty well. Although, here's the thing. The score for this match apparently was a D+. So, maybe it wasn't, like, executed very well. I don't know. I didn't see the match. On paper, it sounded like they protected him well, though. And if that's the case, everybody's safe.
I would like to see a hashtag main roster cleanse after Crown Jewel. Only Wednesday exists from now on.
We'll have to see. At this point, if they don't get their act together, we probably will be getting it after Survivor Series. Now, I'm hearing some good things come out from Survivor Series, though, which is why I'm sticking around. I'm still going to review Raw and SmackDown, because the Survivor Series card looks really, really good. But, past Survivor Series, I'm very worried for what's to come in terms of WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble, but we'll see. Anyways, I mean, again, I didn't watch the show, but it sounded like on paper they protected Braun Strowman. But let's get to this whole discussion about Strowman and him being buried, and people say this is the end of Braun Strowman. He couldn't beat Brock Lesnar. Do I think this is the end of Braun Strowman? I gotta be honest with you. It is getting to the point where I'm like, yeah, it's becoming kind of redundant now seeing this guy fail to win this championship. How many opportunities has he had this belt already? What, 3 or 4? Let's just play it safe and say 3. And he's failed every single time. Last year, he got beat by 1 at 5. This time, he was at least able to take, what, 7? Like 6 or 7? But he still lost. Clean. And he didn't win at Royal Rumble either, so not a good look for Braun Strowman. At all. With that said, it's looking like this is not his only shot against Lesnar. If from what I've read is correct, Corbin screwed him over. So clearly he's gonna do something about that on Monday. Maybe we'll get Strowman coming out to fight Corbin, and then Strowman demands a rematch, and maybe we'll get that not at Survivor Series, because I heard Survivor Series would be Lesnar versus AJ. So more than likely it will be Strowman versus Lesnar at TLC or the Royal Rumble or something. I seriously doubt we're going to have this story play out to WrestleMania, where Strowman chases Lesnar all the way to Mania. Let's not do that. No. Absolutely not. I don't see that happening. I don't want that to happen. Get that belt off of Lesnar as soon as possible. Like, personally, if I had it my way, since tomorrow night is going to be in the UK, I would have him drop the belt to Drew McIntyre. Isn't Drew from the UK? Yeah, he's Irish. He's Scottish, not Irish. Sheamus is Irish. Drew is Scotland. He's Scottish. Yeah, I want to see Drew. Why not? Why not have Drew beat Lesnar in the UK? And then have Drew fight AJ at Survivor Series. That works too. And then we get to Drew versus Strowman, TLC, Royal Rumble. If you want to have Drew hold that belt all the way to WrestleMania, I'm cool with that too. More than likely, though, if I know WWE, they will have Lesnar hold that thing to WrestleMania and then drop it to Strowman then. Which at this point is kind of like, oh my goodness. Like, you've already kind of... No, not even kind of. You already killed Strowman's momentum. Yeah, he's lost a lot of stock after these string of losses. I personally think they should not have even had a winner decided here. They really should have just had Strowman and Lesnar go to a no contest, and then do the match at Survivor Series, and then have Strowman beat Lesnar. That should have been what they should have done, but they didn't do that. They decided to get the belt back to Lesnar, which is whatever. What they do going forward, I don't know, but I understand completely why fans didn't like this. It's just, to me, I can't say... Yeah, I really can't sit here and say Strowman is buried. Not yet. Because on paper, it sounded like they protected the hell out of him. With that said, though, if Strowman doesn't beat Lesnar whenever they have that rematch, then he will be buried. Because by that point, it would be, what, 4th or 5th chance? So, for real, if you care about making Strowman the top guy or a top guy, he should beat Lesnar in the near future, or whoever the new Universal Champion will be. But let's not even worry about Lesnar being champion, because that's at least tolerable. What isn't tolerable is what happened in the World Cup match. I already know what happens, but let's read what the hell went down. Because the World Cup final saw Shane McMahon defeat Dolph Ziggler to be named the best in the world. Let's just read what happened. Says here, McIntyre was banished from ringside when the match began, and Miz attacked Ziggler as an effort to gain an early advantage, so he attacked him from behind. When Miz hopped outside the ring to continue attacking Ziggler, he appeared to land horribly on his ankle and sold a major injury. Says here that he wasn't really injured. Oh, okay. It was made to look quite real.
WWE ironically seems lost without Reigns there.
Huh, interesting. That's what happens when you put all your eggs into one basket. Getting back to this. It was made to look like a real injury, with Miz appearing to be in serious pain, but it did not take long to appear to be a work. Oh, okay, so Miz is not injured. He is actually just selling an injury. But afterwards, SmackDown Commissioner Shane McMahon refused to allow Ziggler to win by forfeit. This led to McMahon taking off his jacket, looking swole apparently, and entering the ring, pummeling Ziggler. Corbin attempted to interfere but got tossed. Ziggler got the upper hand for a moment, but McMahon turned things around with the Around the World DDT. With Ziggler prone in the corner, following a slingshot, McMahon hit his version of the Van Terminator from corner to corner to win the World Cup. People are calling this one of the worst finishes for WWE in 2018. I mean, I can't disagree with that, because isn't this similar to WrestleMania 9 when Hogan just inserted himself into the World Championship match after Bret lost the belt to Yokozuna? Like, for real, for real? Yeah, this is exactly like what happened in WrestleMania 9 when Hogan just came out of nowhere and won the belt. Shane just came out of nowhere and became best in the world. I'm sorry, but I just think it's so wrong for the son of Vincent Kennedy McMahon to enter a tournament and win it, not like earn it, but just win it out of nowhere and be called the best in the world. That just seems... That is so wrong, and that just seems like such a slap in the face. And I know a lot of people are telling me, but it's not the worst match in the world. No, it doesn't even matter if it's the worst match in the world. Everything that happened with Rollins, Ziggler, the match quality doesn't matter here, because the entire tournament was rendered a joke. The moment Vince McMahon decided to put this cup on his son, it became a joke. This whole thing is a joke now. Maybe that was by design. Maybe WWE had Shane win this because they didn't want anybody to be known as the best in the world. It's just sad that, again, you could have really done something with this. You could have given this to The Miz and just had Miz go around calling himself the best in the world and then use this to give Miz a championship match. But now that Shane won it, it just seems so... Ugh! Like, who backstage actually sat down in a meeting? Like, who are the people that decided this was a good idea? Because someone had to go, let's give it to Shane McMahon. Seriously, like, who actually thought this was a good idea, and why? Why would you do this? What was the whole point? What is the point? I'm reading rumors from Dave Meltzer that WWE plans on turning Shane McMahon heel, which... Why? Again, I have to ask, what is the point to any of this?
Everybody say this is
What I read, WWE is planning to probably go with Corbin towards the title. Thus Vince high on him lately. Thus why he came out with the title on Raw.
Oh, that's so bad. That's a horrible idea. That's even worse. Please don't put the belt on Baron freaking Corbin, especially when you have Drew McIntyre and Braun Strowman. You would put the belt on Baron Corbin. What the hell? Like, if they actually put that belt on Baron Corbin, I will never ever take the Universal Championship seriously ever again. Ever again. But yeah, Shane McMahon is the best in the world. Wow. That just sounds so bad. I don't even like it. I don't even understand how anybody can like that. Main event was D-Generation X taking on the Brothers of Destruction, aka Triple H and Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker and Kane. The crowd was hot for Shawn Michaels being tagged in, but he quickly got decimated by Taker and Kane, who stood tall as DX regrouped outside the ring. Shawn Michaels looked awesome. This is what the article says. He looked awesome in his return match after 8 years of absence. Which, again, it just goes to show you, Shawn Michaels is the kind of guy, and I already kind of knew he would be good. Based off of how he was bumping at Super Showdown, I kind of knew, you know what, maybe he can still go. And this doesn't surprise me. The fact that he looked really good, some people are saying he looked better than most wrestlers. He was the highlight of the night. So, he reading this just lets me know that, man, Shawn Michaels is indeed one of the best performers ever. In his 50s. Check this out. This guy left wrestling in 2010, went away for 8 years, came back in his 50s, and still performed on the same level. Some people might even say even better than what he left with in 2010. Incredible. I can't get over Shawn Michaels being bald. I can't get over that. I won't get over that. Still, it's good to know that HB Shizzle can still go. But, says here, Michaels dodged the running knee from Taker, allowing DX to take over. Triple H made work of Kane for a bit, but appeared to legitimately injure his shoulder when being tossed to the corner and doing a Charlie race. Harley race, sure. Charlie race, who the hell is that? A Harley race spot. So basically, he grabbed the top rope and went flipping over, and I think that's when he broke his arm. It says here he tore a pectoral muscle and will require, he will require surgery. So he's going to be out for a while. Luckily for him, he doesn't wrestle. He won't need to wrestle no more. And he works with NXT. So I think he'll be fine. He'll be good. Let's see here. Blah, 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 blah. Michaels back inside the ring. Was singled out by Taker and Kane. Though he eventually got the upper hand. Sure. Got the upper hand with a moonsault outside the ring that stunned the crowd. It was, watch this, it was perfectly executed. Unfortunately, he landed flat on his face because neither Taker or Kane decided to catch him. What the hell? Really? So, first off, again, Shawn hitting a perfect moonsault doesn't surprise me. But you're telling me that Kane and Taker are too old to catch him now? These, love them. Love Taker and love Kane. But these old men are so injury prone that they can't take a bump in terms of letting someone drop on them with a moonsault. What are we doing? Y'all are too old for this. Y'all are way too old for this. Lord have mercy. It says here, blah, 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 blah. Michaels caught in the ring, hit a super kick. Triple H hit a pedigree, which was horribly executed on Taker because he's injured. Makes sense. Taker sat up, grabbed grabbed Triple H's arm, locked him in the Hell's Gate. Michaels thwarted, Kane with sweet chin music, and DX got out of an attempt double tombstone with a thumb to Kane's eye. Now Blake Michaels hit Sweet Chin Music on Burt Taker and Kane. Triple H with a pedigree. 1, 2, 3. DX win. Basically, people were saying it was a very slow match and it got awkward. It felt more choreographed after Triple H got hurt. However, HBK looked fantastic and he was clearly the highlight of the night. Okay, so good to hear that Shawn Michaels looked great. Good to hear that HBK can still go. I'm hoping this wasn't his last match. I don't think it is his last match. I wouldn't be shocked if he came out tomorrow and said he's fighting Taker at WrestleMania, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble. We'll see. If it's a Survivor Series, oh my goodness, Survivor Series will definitely be the best show of the year. But I don't think Shawn is going to be wrestling Taker that soon. I don't really suspect him to return until around WrestleMania. So, good to know Shawn can still go. That makes me very happy. Wasn't worth watching Crown Jewel over. That's how bad the show is. This show is so bad that the idea of Shawn Michaels coming out of retirement couldn't get me to watch it. I still didn't go back and watch it. It was that bad. But people saying this was one of the worst shows of the year. Yeah, following Evolution, which I thought was a solid, fun show from the women, we got this crap. So, yeah. The fact that the women put on a better show than the men just goes to show you how screwed up the main roster is. And this is the last thing I'll see. This is the last thing I'll say before I move to the questions. I think WWE should really consider not airing these events anymore on the network. If you want to do business with Saudi Arabia, go for it. If you want to go over there to please the prince and make your money, have some legends do some matches, go for it. I don't care. Do that, but you don't need to air these shows. Based off of what we got tonight, this was a complete waste of time. We didn't need to see this. Like, if you want to go to Saudi Arabia, don't waste time on the product, as in Raw, SmackDown, and other shows to promote this. Do it off air, make a random card, send them over there, make the prince happy, and then go home, make your money. Get your 2 million, 4 million, 5 million that way. You don't need to do a full-blown hype for these shows anymore. You don't. So for me, this should be the last time they should air a Saudi Arabia show. Did they even say Saudi Arabia? Were the commentators saying, welcome to Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia? Or was it just welcome to Crown Jewel? Like, I'm asking a legit question because, again, I didn't watch the show. Like, how was that? Says here, is it Zong Ruber says, could have been a house show. Maybe the worst pay-per-view since December to dismember. Ouch! That's pretty bad. Really, 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 really bad. Cluster says, Super Showdown was better than this crap, to be honest, and it was a pseudo house show. Yeah, it basically was. Kev Dog said they didn't mention Saudi Arabia. So they couldn't even mention they were in Saudi Arabia. Why did y'all... They better make the most out of that money, because this is hurting their reputation. And the show sucked too? Oh, man. Alright, so that's all I gotta say about it. That's my thoughts on Crown Jewel. Let's not talk about that ever again. So I think I knocked out like a good 10 questions about Crown Jewel doing that entire thing. So with that said, let's go to Facebook. Let's get some Q&A from Facebook, then Twitter, and then live chat if I have time. Let's go ahead and get to it. Says here, this is Andre from Indianapolis. Do you think Face Elias is freaking awesome? I love Elias as a babyface. Inside the ring, still needs work, but as a character, he's awesome. Perfect. I did a review on Raw where I talked about his segment where he played a song for Baron Corbin and absolutely dissed Dana Brooke. Just completely swerved her. I loved it. I love him so far. Already off to a good start. But he needs to get better inside the ring because his matches are still kind of meh. But yeah, I love it. This is Nathan from Indiana. Do you see WWE still having business with Saudi Arabia? Yeah. I don't think they're going to advertise the events going forward. I think they should just make it a house show, personally. I think at this point, why even waste the time of hyping it up on your shows? Especially if this is how they're going to book the shows from now on. So yes, I do agree. We don't need to advertise the show anymore, but don't be shocked if they still continue to do business with Saudi Arabia. Marquise from Chicago. Let's see here. Do you really think the main roster will be any better once Vince leaves? Yes and no. Hold on.
Everybody say, this is.
Reports are, they rushed all stars out there afterwards to the airport to get their next local. Which I find hard to believe. Do you?
So you're saying that after the show was over, they got the hell out of there? I don't think that's hard to believe at all. I think they got in there, made their money, and got out. I don't think they wanted to be there any more than we wanted them to be there. So if reports are saying they got in and out, okay. That's not hard to believe, honestly. That's what I think. Shoot. People are saying the Texans are down. Broncos are beating Texans 17-16. What y'all doing, Texans? Y'all better not lose to the Broncos. Although Case Keenum is pretty ridiculous as a quarterback, don't y'all lose to Broncos right now. Anyways, do I think Vince leaving will be better for the main roster? Yes and no. Yes, because Vince is old, he's senile, and he's out of touch. And a fresh mind would be better for the company at the moment. With that said, Vince is a great businessman. I don't think there has ever been a better businessman in the world of wrestling, yeah, but in the world, period, other than Vince McMahon. He is going down in history as one of the greatest businessmen ever. And you lose someone like that who is a God-gifted businessman, who understands business on a different level than most people ever will. The fact that that guy is stepping away, that might leave some big shoes to fill. Hopefully Triple H can do it. Maybe he can. Maybe he'll find that happy medium. But don't be shocked if business tanks a couple of years after Vince leaves. Which honestly, okay, fine. I personally believe if Vince leaves, we should give the company to another McMahon. Triple H should have more power, of course, like over creative and in terms of the in-ring product, the on-screen product, he should have control over that altogether. But in terms of the company, we should give it to Shane or Stephanie. More Shane than Stephanie, but Shane and Stephanie. Because I feel like they're more business savvy. You get what I mean? So yeah, that's how I feel about Vince stepping down and whether I think it'll be good for WWE or not. David from Abilene, Texas. Who are some wrestlers you think should have never been pushed? Never been pushed. Jinder Mahal instantly comes to mind. Don't even get why he was pushed. Great Khali instantly comes to mind. Why? I'm not going to say Roman. Not right now. I'm going to be nice to Joe. He's going through a lot. Right now, I'm not going to say anything bad about Joe. But if he was here and he was healthy... it's a long list. I don't think Vince Russo should have ever gotten that world championship. Dave Arquette, whatever you want to call him. Let me see. Someone just said Lex Luger. I don't agree. I think Lex Luger being pushed in the early 90s wasn't a bad idea. It's just how they pushed him. The way they pushed him was horrible. I'm not saying he should have never been pushed. I think Lex Luger had every right to be a main event player. It's just how they pushed him was stupid. Because Lex Luger in WCW was awesome. Wolfpack Lex Luger? The big package? Man, Lex Luger was the shit. in WCW. It's just what he was in WWE, the Lex Express, that was dumb. That was stupid. It was a waste of time. I don't like how he was pushed. Him getting a push made a lot of sense, though. Nikki Bella. Oh, my goodness. The Bella Twins. Yes. Yes. Definitely the Bella Twins. Let's see here. Jeff Jarrett. Yeah. Sorry. Bully Ray. No. I like Bully Ray in TNA. I thought he was pretty cool. A surprise, actually. Psycho Sid? Whatever. Diesel? Whatever. Kevin Nash was awesome in WCW. He was, I guess, for what he was in WWF at the time, he wasn't a bad choice to push. I just think they gave him too much way too soon. Alicia Fox, absolutely. Oh my goodness, never should have got a push. Matt Morgan, I don't hate Matt Morgan getting a push. I don't. Alexa Bliss, probably a little too much too soon. I don't think she shouldn't have gotten pushed. I would have pushed her. Her push in 2016 was really good. It's just they over pushed her. There is such a thing as over pushing somebody. I think Alexa Bliss getting a push made a lot of sense. Her being over pushed, no. But that's a good list of people. Thank you for the question. Christopher Sims from Richmond, Virginia. Check this out. What is your 100% honest opinion on those who say we complain too much about the current product? They can go suck my insert body part here. If you complain about the product, you have every right to do that. You have every right to say what you don't like. Seriously. I don't care. Listen, this is how I see it. If someone was to complain about my videos, will I get annoyed by it? Sure. Do I like the fact that people dislike my videos? Not really. But they have a right to dislike it. By the way, like check. How are my likes looking? Like check. What are the likes looking like right here in the video? But the point I'm trying to make here is, although I might not like people dissing my videos, especially when it doesn't make any sense, that doesn't mean you don't have that right. You still watch my videos, you have an opinion about it, and you're making me a part of your day. At the end of the day, I'm happy. I might not be fully happy with how I come across, but people are talking about your boy Dalyxman. So when someone in the wrestling business is saying, stop complaining about the wrestling product and stop watching us, I go, you idiot. They're watching you. They're talking about you. Might not be in a positive, negative light, but people are watching you. Let them complain. If you don't like them complaining, change what you're doing and try to accommodate for what you're not appealing to. You want people to stop complaining? Work harder. Get better. Okay? You're not going to get everyone to like you. You're not going to get 100% of the audience loving everything you do. Never. There were people complaining about the Attitude Era. Less so than people who loved it, yes. Very small people were complaining about the Attitude Era, but people were complaining. But people weren't throwing a hissy fit. Oh, they're complaining about the Attitude Era. Because nobody gave a damn. Because the Attitude Era was great. It's just nowadays the product is not that good. Name me one person. Name me 10 people right now, just off the top of your head, who don't like NXT. Go. There are people who don't like NXT, more than 10. But they come across so rare, that it's hard to believe anybody would even dislike NXT, first off. But they're so small and so rare, I wouldn't blame you at all if you couldn't, and I wouldn't be able to do it. But then again, you flip the script and say, name me some people who don't like the main product in WWE, you would probably get everybody in this freaking chat right now. Because the product sucks. What matters is this. People saying or having issues about your product, whatever it is, whatever you do, that's not the problem. People can complain. It's when majority complain, all right, we need to do something to change. So, honest opinion, when people say, you complain about the product too much, I go, okay, suck it up, one. And two, is it just me or is it a majority of your audience? Because if it's just me, shut up and suck it up. But it makes no sense either way. So, okay, let's say it's me and I'm the minority. Why does it bother you so goddamn much? If I am in the 20% who don't like you, and you got 80% of the audience saying you're awesome, why the hell do you give a damn? One. And if it's the other way around, if 80% of your audience says you suck, you suck. You know? You suck. I'm sorry. So either way, nut up, deal with it, get your act together, and do better. That is my honest opinion on people who say, oh, you complain too much. You complain too much. You complain. Stop complaining. You have every right to complain. You have every right to dislike whatever comes your way. I love Shane Dawson. Love this series on Jake Paul. Some of you don't even know who he is. Some of you don't even like Shane Dawson. You have every right to not like Shane Dawson. I don't like the fact that the Texans are losing right now. But some of y'all aren't Texan fans. So, it doesn't really matter if people complain or not. Honest opinion, I don't care if people complain. It's just to me, again, it's just to me, when the ratio of people, like if everybody in this live chat just all of a sudden said, what was I going to say? Oh, if everybody in this live chat just all of a sudden said, Dalyxman, we don't like your videos, I would go, okay, well, let's see what I can do to make it better. So there you go. So before I go on, I'm reading from Sam Peeble that BC Amplified is from No DQ. I don't know who this guy is. Who is BC Amplified? I know Aaron Ripped, but apparently BC Amplified and Aaron Ripped are a thing. They are, a tag team? And BC didn't like the fact that I didn't watch Crown Jewel. I don't know what Sam Peeble is trying to tell me, but if he's related to Aaron Ripped, I might have to check him out. So someone do some research on that and let me know what's this BC Amplified guy all about. And if he is related to Aaron Ripped, I'll tell you what. At the end of my Q&A, I'll watch whatever video he talks mess about me and react to it. I don't care. Again, I don't like people criticizing. Well, I love constructive criticism. Please, all day, every day. I don't like people bashing my channel, not liking the channel. But at the same time, I can't stop you from doing it. You have every right to do that. Undertaker, Caneful, we don't like your videos. You hurt my feelings. My feelings are hurt. My feelings are hurt. I'm crying on the inside. Anyways. Let's see here. I think that's all. Yeah, man. Chris Sims. You can say you don't like anything all day, every day. Zach Eddy says here. How are you doing today, Dalyxman? Well, I'm doing great, Zach. Thanks for asking. I'm a software programmer and was wondering if I can make you a mobile app. Whoa! Rewind that real quick. Maybe I need my glasses. Let me rewrite this. Let me start from the beginning. This is Zach Eddy from Illinois. I'm a software programmer and was wondering if I can make you a mobile app. I read that correctly. Other than that, have you lost respect for Shawn Michaels for continuing on and fighting at Crown Jewel? To be honest, I have. I haven't lost a lot of respect for him, but some has been lost because I know he's a Christian, and you would think he wouldn't want to go ahead with this event. No, I don't really see it as a problem for Shawn Michaels. I think for him, and this is something I had a discussion with in terms of wrestlers going to Saudi Arabia, and I actually went back and forth with this with good mic work. The argument is, you go where the fans are. Shawn Michaels' mentality is, there are people who pay to see me. And no matter where they are, if they paid to see me, I'm going to be there. So, although I am somebody that completely agrees that nobody should have gone there, I don't fault Shawn Michaels for going there, especially with his mentality. His mentality is, people paid to see me, I should be there. They deserve to see me perform. Cool. Like, I'm not against that whatsoever.
Everybody say, this is.
You need to watch BC Amplified. He from New York. He know about WWE a lot.
All right, Sam, you're throwing a lot at me in terms of BC Amplified. Tell you what, on Twitter, tweet me the video where he ranted on me, and I'll react to it at the end of the Q&A, because you're really pushing this. So go ahead and tweet me the video where he ranted on me, and I'll look at it later. But no, I haven't lost respect for Shawn Michaels for choosing to perform in front of people who paid to see him. Do I agree with it? No, but I understand. I'm more of a John Cena, Daniel Bryan kind of guy. Sorry, I can't agree with your country's beliefs, so I won't go perform for you. Nothing personal. Demetrius from Milwaukee. He asked 2 questions. With Triple H never winning the U.S. Championship, why is he considered a Grand Slam champion? Oh, because back in the day, he won another ternary belt, the European Championship. So you need, to be a Grand Slam champion, if I'm not mistaken, you need a World Championship, you need a Secondary Championship, you need a Ternary Championship, Tag Team Championship, and I think that's it, if I'm not mistaken.
He loved to rant WWE every day in his video.
Okay, so why, if this guy loves to rant on WWE, you would think he would love what I said about not watching Crown Jewel. So, anyways, but yeah, to be a Grand Slam champion, you need those 4 belts. Triple H did win tag team titles multiple times. He also won IC belt, European belt, that's the ternary belt, and he's a multiple-time world champion. I don't know if he's a hardcore champion or not. I have to go back and look at that. I don't think he is. But yeah, he is a Grand Slam champion. So although the U.S. belt wasn't his ternary belt, the European Championship was his ternary, the third tier belt. So there you go. What's the next question? Let's see here. Which classic belt would you like to see come back and replace the current Universal Championship? The Winged Eagle belt. The Winged Eagle belt from the Attitude Era is my favorite belt design. All day, every day. Please bring that back. Thank you for the question. Keith from Canada. Oh, a Canadian. What's up, Keith? 2 questions for me. All right. WWE does have a golden opportunity here to get both Ambrose and Rollins into the main event picture on Raw with this storyline. Should they have had a screwjob finish for the Universal Championship match and set up Rollins versus Ambrose to compete for the title instead, and then have Ambrose win the belt and have Rollins chase him to WrestleMania? Personally, I can't disagree with that. I do think, in terms of where the quality is on the roster, the best feud is Rollins and Ambrose. So, by default, that should be the World Championship feud. That's me. I'm old school like that. And apparently Keith is as well. Keith Simpson. We think old school. The best feud gets the championship. But WWE doesn't think that way. But if you were booking the show and you booked it like this, I would call you a god. No, I would be completely in support of that booking. Number 2. Should NXT become the official 3rd brand for WWE? Brother, it's already the 3rd brand. No, take that back. It is the A brand. It is the best brand. It is the brand. Anyone in this in this live chat, on this stream, would tell you NXT is the best show in WWE right now. For a lot of reasons. Not just the fact that it's 1 hour a week. Not just the fact that it only has a couple of pay-per-views a year. But the talent roster is so much better than any other roster. I'm just saying. But yeah, thank you for the questions. Jared Simmons from Dallas, Texas. When interviewed, The Rock often talks about how he got heavily booed as a face when he was Rocky Maivia. I remember him getting some mixed reactions during that run he had, but I don't recall him getting booed to the same extent as Cena. Is Rock over-exaggerating the heat from the crowd, or is his memory a little fuzzy? Well, Jared, I can't answer that because your boy Dalyxman wasn't around.
Everybody say this is
A trash can cover should replace the universal belt as it is worth more ATM.
Wow. Nickname holding nothing back. He going in on that belt. But to answer your question, Jared, I wasn't around during the run of Rocky Maivia. I came in 1998 when he was The Rock. When he was just starting to find his footing as the People's Champion. So, luckily for me, I wasn't around during the age of Die Rocky Die. But, if you think about it, he was getting Die Rocky Die chants. Die Rocky Die. Have we ever heard of Die Cena Die? Think about this. Let's go Cena, Cena sucks. Let's go Cena, Cena sucks. Compared to Die Rocky Die. Die Rocky Die. I don't think he's over-exaggerating whatsoever. Die Rocky Die. Let's go Cena, Cena sucks. Big difference. So no, he's not over-exaggerating. I wouldn't think so. Alexander, great name by the way, from Atlanta, Georgia. 2 questions. All right, bro, what you got for me? What are your thoughts on Super Smash Brothers? You talking about the Ultimate, the new Ultimate game? Here's the thing. I don't really. Oops, don't know what that was. Someone just tried to call me. Sorry about that. I have played Super Smash Brothers. I played it on the first one on N64, and then the one on GameCube. What is that? Melee? I didn't play the third one. I kind of played wherever the one that has Sonic in it, because my friend, the casual viewer, loves Super Smash Brothers. The thing is, I like the game, but I don't play it enough to have an opinion on it. I know it's a really, really popular game. And I did see the preview. I did see the storyline. I did see the story mode. Apparently, Kirby... We're going to have a Kirby game. Everybody got sucked up by some light, and then Kirby has to save the world, which is like, oh, great. So it's basically a Kirby game. We'll see. We'll see. Because as of right now, it looks like it's going to be another really good game. Here's the thing, though. I can't play it because I don't have a Nintendo Wii or GameCube or what's that? Nintendo Switch. I don't have that. I have a PS4. So I'm not going to be able to play it. Unfortunately. And that sucks. But it is what it is. But yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I can see people saying it's one of the best games in the world. Now, his second question. The last time I asked you about Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. Oh, Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. Although it wasn't at WrestleMania, WWE did the match you wanted to see, and it was amazing. My question for you is, should they decide to...
everybody say
Hey, all day, every day.
this is
Wanna see the good version of Crown Jewel? Watch NJPW Power Struggle. Junior Tag Tournament Final. Suzuki Ishii title match. Attitude Star Jericho.
Whoa. So Suzuki and Ishii had a match? At Power Struggle? I'm going to check it out as soon as this is done. As soon as this is done, I'm going to go watch that match. Real talk. Real talk. Anyways, Rohan Dolphy. Is it Dolphy? Sorry. Rohan Dolphy. What do you think of Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin theme songs? Do you think they could be a good mashup? Maybe. I liked Lashley's old theme song. I love Benjamin's new theme song. I've always loved Ain't No Stopping Me. As for Bobby Lashley, I liked dun 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 na na dun 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 na dun 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 na. The current one sounds too generic. I don't even know why he changed it. He should go back to his old theme song. Let's see here. Joseph from Tampa, Florida. I'm wondering if I'm wondering if those from NXT get moved up to the main roster, either Raw or SmackDown. However, now we have NXT UK. Will they go to Raw and SmackDown when they advance? Okay, so he's asking, do I think when the NXT UK talent move up, will they go to Raw or SmackDown? Who says they're being moved up? Ooh, see. I don't think, and this is where we get into trouble, I don't think the UK talent are moving up at all. I think they just signed them to keep them off the market. Sorry. Yeah, I went there. Sad, isn't it? Will NXT UK have its own takeover separate from the US? I don't think they should. I personally think they should just add it to the NXT takeover. Personally. We're at that spot now, right? Daniel from California. In your opinion, what is the best match that each horsewoman, WWE's, has had against a non-horsewoman? So, basically, the best matches for Sasha, Charlotte, Bayley, Becky. Well, Sasha and Bayley's best match was their Brooklyn match. 2015. Nothing has topped it. Charlotte's best match... I think Becky's best match was what we saw at Evolution. That match was fantastic. Amazing match. Is it Charlotte's best match? No. But that last woman standing match for Becky was definitely her best match. Charlotte's best match, I gotta say it was the match she had with Sasha Banks for the Women's Championship in 2016. Which one? Well, honestly, either Raw match was really awesome. So, one of those two, you could easily say was her best match. So far. Charlotte might top that when she fights Ronda at WrestleMania. But, yeah, that's what I think. Verma from San Jose, California. Do I think Dean versus Seth has the potential to main event for the world title at WrestleMania? Well, this is the second person to ask that. They could. Do I think they will? No. But it would be a great feud for the title. Chance Holland from Florence, South Carolina. First question. Why does WWE keep screwing over Braun Strowman? Because he's not Roman Reigns. Next. I know that was kind of matter of fact, but for real. Unfortunately. They don't see him as the bride. They see him as a bridesmaid. Number 2. Instead of getting AJ versus Lesnar again at Survivor Series, how about instead we have the match that we didn't get last year? Brock versus Jinder Mahal. Chance, find the nearest door. Go out of it. Go to the middle. Actually, keep going. No. Walk out the door. Go out your front door. Stand in the middle of the street and don't move. Wait for a car to hit you. That's what I think about that idea. Smart ass. Eddie Lamb Music. What's up, Eddie Lamb? What are your thoughts on my following idea for a Fantasy Survivor Series match in 1996? Mankind, Diesel, Vader, and Bradshaw, JBL, versus Taker, Ahmed Johnson, Sid, Yokozuna. Sounds pretty cool. Sorry, nothing else to really say about that. Sounds pretty cool. I like it. David from Sacramento, California. Okay, David, what you got for me? How would you feel if instead of an NXT Women's Championship match, there was the first Women's War Games with the following 3 teams? Team MMA, Shayna Baszler, Marina Shafir, Jessamine Duke versus Team Japan, or actually it's Team Sane. Kairi Sane, Io Shirai, Candice LeRae versus Team Oddball, Bianca Belair, Nikki Cross, and Mia Yim. I think you just booked next year's War Games match, honestly. Sounds great. Number 2. Not that I don't love CFO Money tracks, but who on the current roster do you think deserves a mainstream song rather than an old or new WWE song? Mainstream? I'm sorry, I don't know. That's a good question. I actually like CFO Money's tracks. I actually like the original songs. I want to keep it. Yeah. I can't think of anybody. I guess Bobby Lashley. Maybe Bobby Lashley. Johnny from Virginia. How surprised would you be if Roman Reigns returns, and let's say he returns by helping Rollins out in a brawl because Rollins is getting jumped and Rollins comes out, and then after he's done helping out, blah 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 blah. Holy crap, dude! You wrote 10,000 things, 10,000 word essay, and you get to the point of this. But basically he's saying, how would I feel if Roman Reigns' leukemia revelation was a work, and he came back out of nowhere to help Rollins out? Do I think he would be cheered? How would I react to that? If Roman Reigns' leukemia was a work, I would hate him for the rest of my life. See, at that point, I really would hate WWE, and I would hate Roman for going along with it. Because that's some BS. But I don't think it's a work. I think this is real. I think his leukemia battle is legit. So this whole thing about Roman Reigns being, sent away under this leukemia disguise so fans can like him and he can be the biggest babyface when he comes back, I think it's dumb. I think it's stupid. And if it comes out that it is a work, they will basically make Roman the most hated wrestler ever. He will never be loved ever again. If it comes out that this is a work, which is not true. But anyways. Second question. When I went to SmackDown 1000 after the Evolution segment, did you hear the chants, "We want Benoit on your TV"? I did not. That probably would not have even happened because it's Benoit. So no, I didn't hear it. Thank you for the question. Stefan from Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn! How goes the process of finding a wrestler to interview for your 100th Q&A? So, I have a couple of people I have in mind. I have Aaliyah, who was ShitKick21 on YouTube. Natalia, who is really cool with me. Usos are really cool with me. Mick Foley did my intro. So, in terms of WWE, those are my top 4. Aaliyah, Natalia, Usos, and Mick Foley. If I had to choose one out of them, Mick Foley, abso-freaking-lutely. Mick Foley. I would die to get an interview with Mick Foley. Oh my goodness. Becky Lynch too. Someone just asked about Becky Lynch. Oh, absolutely. Becky for sure. But real talk, those 4 would be great. Outside of WWE, most of the Lucha Underground guys, Jack Evans, Taya, Johnny Mundo, Pentagon, Phoenix. It would have to be someone from Lucha Underground, Impact Wrestling. If they're not busy, I would love to interview Cody. I would love to interview the Young Bucks. Someone that would, someone I know could make for a good interview. Now, here's the thing. If I'm not mistaken, if I do this interview, I would have to pay them. I'm not too sure how interviews work. So I would have to pay them a certain amount. I would have to get in contact with their people. Talk them out hey, I would like to interview blah, 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 blah. How can we set this up? But we'll worry about that when we come to it. What are your thoughts on the elite? The elite. The elite. Oh yeah, the elite. Oh, you what's up? Cody, the Young Bucks, Marty Skrull, etc. not being a part of Bullet Club. That's it. That's all I got to say about that. I like it. I'm also happy they're not going. I'm so happy they're not going to WWE. Thank God. Charles Mitchell from Virginia. 2 questions. Do you think WWE will ever have legit competition again? Ha! Well, I laugh, but maybe. At this point, there are so many wrestling companies. Who knows? Jim Ross and Chris Jericho are rumored to start their own company, so we'll have to see. If you had a wrestling company, what would you name it? I mean, dang. You throwing all kind of crazy stuff at me. Houston Texans are winning 1917. Woo! 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 Okay, sorry. Let's see here. If you had a wrestling company, what would I name it? Oh. FWW. So the opposite of WWF. FWW for wrestling fans. Suck it. I'm so original. The elite. Okay, I'm sorry. Moving on. DeAndre Hudson, Houston, Texas. If John Cena gets into a WrestleMania feud with someone, who would it be? Samoa Joe. Not even gonna read the rest of it. Not gonna touch it. I saw Samoa Joe. He listed 4 guys, and my eyes went to Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe. Pikachu Black from Florida. How can you have a World Cup without NXT UK and 205 Live? So my question is, how would you book the World Cup using all the brands? Like a tournament. So basically, a cruiserweight tournament, women's Mae Young Classic tournament, like a tournament, and it would involve 205 Live, NXT, WWE, and UK, and it would go over a span of a month. So yeah, suck it. Anyways, hold on, guys, my phone just went off. Don't know how that happened. Let me fix it real quick. Come on, get it back. Oh, like check. How we doing on likes? Give me a like check. Like check. Sorry, I'm eating a lot of carbs right now. I think it's making me hyper. By the way, I never talked about this, but thank you to everybody who's been leaving 5 stars on my Facebook. I have a 4.9 out of 5 right now on my Facebook page. Thank you so much. I didn't ask for that. You guys just gave it to me. I appreciate that. So feel free to leave me reviews if you want to. Okay, so thank you, Pikachu Black, for your question. We're at 106 for likes. We are halfway there. We're halfway there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get our butts to 200. 200 likes. 200 likes. We're halfway there. Keep it going. Let's see. Jonathan, what do you think it will take for WWE to give their fans consistently good shows again? Competition. Which ain't happening. Woken Voices from 757, Virginia. All right, buddy. Let's say you're 757. Do you think WWE should have had Samoa Joe beat AJ for the title? No. Because Joe is injury prone. So I get why they didn't give him the belt. Braun should have beaten Lesnar. And if Joe and Lesnar were to have won the titles, would I have loved to have seen Joe versus Strowman? Ooh. Devron! Yo! Joe versus Strowman! I like it. That's a good idea. Good booking. Work for WWE and make it happen. Mitch McCarthy. Why do you think WWE won't give Strowman the belt? Because he is not Roman. Sorry, like, they don't see him as the bride. He is the bridesmaid, not the bride. And that sucks. Al from Brooklyn. Do I play Fortnite? I play Fortnite, it's I. Already answered Crown Jewel. Stephanie McMahon, Sable, Lita. F, Mary, Kill. So Stephanie McMahon from 2003. Sable from 1998. Lita 2005, 2006. So I'm marrying Lita so I can have sex with her all day, every day. I'm gonna... I would have sex with Stephanie and I would kill Sable. Sorry, Sable. Do you think Reigns will get a pop on the level of Triple H when he returns from leukemia? Bigger. Predicting it right now, bigger. Isaiah Webb from Norfolk, Virginia. I had a friend who used to like Sasha Banks. However, due to her piss poor booking and the false turns, he feels she has become bland and has given up on her as he now aborts the bandwagon of Bianca Belair. He's a good fan who shares similar traits to Sasha but has better athleticism and presentation. I think of someone like Becky Lynch, who I am a diehard fan of and have been 100% behind from day one. No matter how she was presented, I always remained a fan out of natural respect and admiration for her work ethic. The popular trend today is someone like Ziggler gets hot, but either gets too much exposure or bad booking and heel turns, or fans turn on them. How do you feel about fans souring on one act to jump to another? And can you name a few people you've always supported? I don't blame fans for jumping off bandwagons. I jumped off the Ziggler bandwagon very late. I was a hardcore Ziggler supporter. Hardcore! And they made me jump off of Ziggler. Okay? Now, I've always been a supporter of Bryan, Cesaro, you know, the typical folk. You know, the internet darlings, if you will, I suppose. But it's well within the fans' right to go, nah, they're not going to push this guy, we quit. So I don't really blame them for doing that. Jeff Hardy's character is unique, diverse, and entertaining with the paint and mannerisms. I like Jeff's TNA stuff in 2011 because it was fresh, as I've never seen him as a villain. I like to see a mixture of immortal and obsolete Willow Jeff Hardy, where he goes dark and becomes a mental mess. I think he'd be a great opponent for AJ Styles, but I don't think they'll ever turn him heel. What do I think? A heel Jeff Hardy is a possibility. I'll be for that. Probably before his career ends, they'll probably turn him heel. Just a short run. Yeah, but yeah, sure, yeah. Yeah, I don't really see WWE turning him heel anytime soon, but if he says he's going to retire, they'll give him one last run as a heel. And probably give him the belt, too. Josh from Sacramento, what is currently at the top of your wrestling bucket list? What is currently at the top of your wrestling bucket list? Interviewing a wrestler. And honestly, it is to take a... I was thinking about taking a bump in the ring one good time. Just taking a bump and then calling it a day. Just one. Yeah. Thanks for that. James from Chester. What are you going to do if you see Braun Strowman do a red arrow? I will die. I'm not gonna do it that. I would probably die and then come back to life. Because it would be that awesome. Would you buy a ticket to see this match card for WrestleMania 35? Okay! What you got for me, Bradley Xavier? Here's the WrestleMania 35 card from Bradley Xavier. Taker versus Shawn retirement match. Like it already. Ambrose versus Rollins versus Reigns, if healthy, for the Universal Championship. If not, Ambrose versus Reigns. Okay. Orton versus Styles, WWE Championship. Rude Bobby Roode as a heel versus Demon Finn Balor for the Intercontinental Championship. I like it. Rey Mysterio versus Andrade Cien Almas. Okay. Wait, it's not over. Mysterio versus Almas versus Nakamura versus Hardy versus Miz versus Rusev versus Daniel Bryan. U.S. Championship ladder match. That's alright. Charlotte versus Ronda. Okay, you got me. I'm good now. Because I was like, he better have Charlotte and Ronda on here. He does. He's smart. Becky and Asuka. Okay. Lashley and Lesnar. Okay. I see you. The Bar versus Uso versus Good Day versus New Day for a 4-way tag match. I'm cool with that. Joe versus... My man! We there! See, in my head, I'm thinking, okay, he better have the matches I want to hear. Joe versus Cena. Charlotte versus Ronda. I did have Roode and Balor in my head a little bit. Ambrose versus Rollins was in my head. Taker versus Shawn. You missed Miz and Bryan for the WWE Championship. What the hell, man? Men and Women Battle Royal. Batista versus Triple H. Okay, that's not bad. Kurt Angle, Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt versus Corbin, Ziggler, and McIntyre. Tornado tag match. That's kind of random. Mahal versus Kurt Hawkins pillow fight on the pre-show, right? But in all seriousness, that's not a bad card. You just gotta put Miz and Bryan as the WWE Championship match, and you would have had me sold. Not a bad card, though. And the final question on Facebook. Brian from Newman, California. Also, what is the bloodiest, most violent match outside of Lucha Underground you've seen? That would be Triple H versus Mick Foley? Well, both of their matches at Royal Rumble and Hell in a Cell was pretty violent as hell. Although, Eddie versus JBL was violent as hell too.
Would you like to see Bianca Belair added to the Women's Championship match at TakeOver 2? Make it a triple threat?
If you're going to add Bianca Belair, you got to add Nikki Cross. So, if you do that, it will be a fatal 4-way, which I'm cool with. Although, your idea is not bad either, honestly. But yeah, Eddie and JBL had a very violent match. But honestly, I would go to something with Mick Foley. Basically. Let's see here. I think those are all the questions on Facebook. Let me check one last time. Yeah, that's Facebook. So let's go to the Twitter. The Twitter. Like check. Also, like check and Texans Broncos check. How my Texans looking right now? So give me a like check and give me an update on the Texans and Broncos. Real quick. Okay, while I'm doing that, ask Dalyxman. And as soon as I'm done with these, I'm gonna get out of here because I need to eat. I'm hungry. Oh, and I gotta react to the video that Sammy P. Boom said I need to react to. Let's see here. Brandon Hawkins, judging by who main evented Crown Jewel, why do WWE rely on nostalgia so much? Because that's what Vince McMahon wants. Vince McMahon is a junkie of the Attitude Era. Seriously, he's a junkie of the Attitude Era. He can't get away from the stars of that era. That's why he keeps bringing them back. 117 likes. Hey, 117 likes. We're close. 200 is the goal. Lego. Pro Wrestling Super Saiyan. Choose 3 of these 3 matches. 3? Okay. Joe versus Ishii. Oh, Tomohiro Ishii. Rollins versus Kenny Omega. Matanza versus Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman versus Mil Muertes. Okada versus Orton. Daniel Bryan versus Zack Sabre Jr. Okay, so Daniel Bryan versus Zack Sabre Jr. Kenny Omega versus Seth Rollins. Ishii versus Joe. Done. Thank you so much. Awesome stuff. Brandon Hawkins. Did I already answer this question? Oh, I already answered your question, Brandon. Sorry, buddy. Sammy P. Boom. Will we see WWE Evolution again next year? Hopefully. Hopefully this wasn't a one-off thing. Because that would make me mad. Fire Starheart. Do you think Triple H taking over? Oops.
Thoughts on NXT stars winning EVLOVE titles?
Evolve titles, I'm cool with that. They're not doing anything with them, so I'm cool with it. But do you think Triple H taking over WWE would massively improve the overall company? Yes and no. I do think in terms of the in-ring product, it would get so much better. It would be awesome. But in terms of business, I don't know. Vince McMahon is a god in terms of business. Horrible at in-ring TV. Like, TV-wise, he's terrible. But, well, yeah, I think this is the kind of guy that would have to put people in charge for it to be good. Him by himself sucks. His tastes are weird, but he's a great businessman. Triple H, on the other hand, he understands the audience. He knows what makes us laugh. He knows what makes people want to watch wrestling. But as a businessman, I don't know. So I would love to sit here and tell you yes, but I'm not 100% confident that in Triple H's hands, the product will be better, like overall. That's why I said when Vince McMahon steps down, it should be another McMahon, a Shane McMahon or a Stephanie McMahon, that can run the business side while Triple H runs the in-ring product. That's what I think. Let's see here. Chucky. Hey, Dalyxman, I have 3 questions. All right. Would you like the brand split to end in 2019? No. Because I think more people are getting TV time because of the brand split. If we go back to not having a brand split, there will be no more. There will not be a lot of TV time for certain wrestlers. 2. You like a show on a Thursday called Tag Team Warfare to showcase all tag teams? Nah. I'm getting kind of tired of all these extra shows just to get people TV time. We have enough hours on TV as it is. Use it properly. Would you like to see match concept pay-per-views to end? Yes! 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 Yes. Yes. I'm tired of them. It's killing the actual match concept. I'm tired of Hell in a Cell. I'm tired of TLC. Just go back to regular pay-per-views. Judgment Day. King of the Ring. Bring that back. Money in the Bank. You might keep that one, but seriously, I'm tired of them. Seriously. Alright, how are the Texans doing? Someone tell me how my Texans doing. My Texans winning or losing? No one responded to me about my Texans. Alright, Muhammad, when do you think Vince thinks is the right time to make Braun and Ruby the champs? From Saudi Arabia. Also, stop talking trash about my country, because most of the things you say are not true. Thank you. Well, Muhammad, thank you for sending me your question. I don't know when Braun and Ruby will be champs. I think Ruby will probably be a babyface first before she gets the belt. Strowman will probably get the belt around WrestleMania, if that. And no, I have my thoughts on Saudi Arabia, and I don't apologize for it. Texans winning 1917. Woo! 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 Okay, moving on. I think we're good. Oh wait, Dave. Do we sadly wait for Vince to pass before Triple H takes over and can fix a lot of Vince's screw-ups? Probably. Probably, buddy. Probably. And the last one is from Brian B. Name your top 5 indie non-WWE talents that you like to see signed to NXT and put on epic matches at Full Sail. Will Ospreay. Matanza, a.k.a. Jeff Cobb. Jack Evans. I'm thinking right now. I can't think of nobody else. I just gave you 3. I need to get 2 more. Sorry. Zack Sabre Jr. And this one's hard. I don't know. That's a hard one. There's so many. I don't want to say Phoenix. I don't want to say Pentagon Jr. So many. I don't know. Help me out. Help me out. I need someone. Give me a fourth one. I can't think of nobody else. It's so many. There's so many. Give me one more. Marty Scurll. Nobody from the Elite. Elite stays on the Indies.
Will you want to be the panel for NODQ next week?
We'll have to see, Sammy. Sammy, send me the video. Send me the video of BC Amplifier talking mess about me. Cause you're saying that he was talking mess. Brian Cage! Boom! I like it. I like it. Thank you, Mr. Joseph Winters. Brian Cage. Okay, so I am now having a horrible lag. I don't know why. Okay. Don't know what's up with this lag. I apologize. Is it better? Is it better? Is it worse? How am I looking? Okay. So Sammy, send me that video you was talking about. He's talking mess about you, Dalyxman. You need to react. So for real, like Sammy, send me the video. Since you want to sit here and tell me he was talking mess, I want to hear it. So find me the video where he was talking mess, and I will listen to it, and I'll get out of here. What's up, everybody who just came in? So, my Texans won. Woo! Woo! Cool. Texans win. Texans towed that butt up. Texans 6-3 now. Oh snap! Texans tearing it up. Go Texans! Woo! 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 Okay, that's enough of that. Okay, it says here, check my tweets. Okay. I'm checking my tweets. What you want me to see? God dang it.
His video call my apology to fans.
Alright, let me look this up real quick. Texans win! Woo! Okay, so let me see. My apology to fans as BC. Is he on NoDQ.com? So, no DQ. I'm not seeing it right now. It's not coming up. Let me go to the website. Okay, so Aaron Ripped. No DQ. Videos. Let's see here. I don't see it. Yo.
What's the sound that play when you get a super chat?
What's the sounds that play when I get a super chat? So this song was I love talking about this. So Sam, you listen. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to send it to me while I talk about my super chats, cause hey, he asked about it. So we're gonna have a super chat we're just gonna go through all the super chats again. I don't mind doing this. So that song you just heard was from a game called Persona 4. Persona 4, and it was called let me get the name right. Pursuing My True Self. Pursuing My True Self. Okay? So let me pull up Streamlabs real quick. I'm gonna give Sammy 5 minutes to send me his videos. I don't think he's gonna send it. He just wanted to get my attention, y'all. He don't want nothing to do with me right now. So if I go to super chat, okay. So we're gonna start with. Hold on. Oh Lord, I gotta log in. How y'all doing? While I pull this up, give me a like check. Give me a like check. Sammy, you gotta find me the video, buddy. I'm giving you 5 minutes. Find me the video.
AJB Brocker Seth Phoenix. SS looking kinda good.
Yo, I'm telling you, Survivor Series is actually gonna be a good show. I'm really excited about Survivor Series. And I think it actually might end up being one of their best shows all year. God, so I've raised $90 from this stream alone. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's test the first super chat. So this is called Pursuing My True Self.
This is a test super chat alert for $13.
Okay, so you get that from anything under $5. And then once we get to $5, give it to me. Here's what $5 is.
Everybody say,
This is a test super chat alert for $5.
That would be the All of That theme song. And then of course this is the fan favorite. Oh, let me pull up this great super chat cover. Fan favorite.
This is a test super chat alert for $10.
Yeah, it's Phil Collins. Phil Collins. Oh Lord, Phil Collins. All right, so that was $10. Here's $15.
This is a test super chat alert for $15.
That, of course, is Metalingus, Edge's theme song. Here's $20.
Oh, not another word, just la 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 la. It goes around the world, just la 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 la. And now the bells are ringing, la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
This is a test super chat alert for $20.
That one's called Around the World.
He have his own video from YouTube.
Okay, Sam, I asked you to send me the video, so you're actually expecting me to go search it. So I'll search it one last time. If I don't find it, oh well. $25. The group is called ATC, by the way. Around the World ATC. It's $25. These are all covers, by the way. All these are covers, for the most part.
This is a test super chat alert for $25.
30 here is a mashup.
This is a test super chat alert for $30.
And then $50. My Hero Academia. You say run.
This is a test super chat alert for $50.
And then of course, the 100.
This is a test super chat alert for $100.
And those are all my super chats.
It is BC
Oh
Amplified.
boy, okay, I'll look him up one last time. BC Amplified. I'll look it up one last time. If I don't see the video, I ain't reacting to it. BC Amplified. Okay. You said my apology to fans, right? Okay. I think this is it. It says BC issues apology after offending wrestling fans.
What happened to Pete?
Okay, I guess this is it.
Nothing, Congressman, who passed only
It's 26 minutes long, so I'm not watching no 26 minutes long video. So when do I come in? I want to hear when he basically gets on me. Is this a swerve? Is he actually going to apologize?
So, this is a very difficult video for me to make. In a few minutes, I'm about to do something that I've never actually done before.
Okay.
And before I do
This is the
that, I
video,
just want
so-
to say that when you have a YouTube channel, especially
When does he talk about me?
community, it's not
Because I don't got time to sit for 26 minutes.
and sometimes we do go maybe too far. This week that we are currently in, the past few videos surrounding Crown Jewel, they've been kind of controversial.
Mm-hmm.
They forgot it was professional wrestling. We have to build toward bigger and better storylines. And if we have to sacrifice this scripted, nonsensical bullshit tournament, then that's what we're going to do. Putting them or putting their name in your mouth, that's not much of a boycott. That's not much of a value or rated with the company. You do not think that they should have been there for that one event on a Friday afternoon. There's that are covering Crown Jewel, and then there's Girls.
Okay.
We like to take it to the line. We like to even cross the line. We like to cross boundaries. We like to take it over the top. We like to
I think this is
burn
it.
bridges on this channel. And sometimes we do go maybe too far. This week that we are currently in, the past few videos surrounding Crown Jewel, they've been kind of controversial because this whole event has been controversial. And when we talk about content creators that are covering Crown Jewel, and then there's content creators that are not covering Crown Jewel, they're standing up for something and their morals and their high ground, and they think this is severely wrong and the company should not be putting on this show. And
Yeah, that's me.
as a boycott, they're boycotting this one show, so I made a video about that, and I kind of hit them pretty hard. Those content creators especially. But anybody just boycotting WWE for that one event on a Friday afternoon. And then they're going to be right back covering Monday Night Raw or watching Monday Night Raw and SmackDown like nothing ever happened.
So what's the big deal?
I called them out on it. I said, what are you really doing to WWE? You're not hurting them by not watching on that one Friday afternoon.
It's not about
It's not
hurting
even
them.
really a pay-per-view event.
It's not about hurting them when it comes to the event, though. Wait, is he trolling people, or I don't get what's going on?
So what moral high ground are you sitting on? What values and morals are you bringing to...
Okay, so is this what you want me to react to, Sammy? P-Boone? Okay, Sam, I'm listening to that right now. Sammy's just giving me all kind of super chat money.
Everybody say. This is.
BC issues apology after offending wrestling fans.
Okay, well, I found the video, and I'm trying to end the video where he's talking about it. I'm guessing this is it.
The table. If you're really frustrated with the company and you do not think that they should have been there,
If he really ends up saying do not watch, I'm just gonna turn off the video. I'm letting you know right now. If he ends up saying if you don't like it, don't watch it, then I'm gonna turn off the video. I'm just letting you know right now. I'm not even gonna watch the rest of it. It's already too damn long, and nobody's giving me a timestamp. So I'm just letting you know. I'm gonna play the rest of it. But if he ends up saying don't watch Raw or SmackDown, I'm just gonna turn it off. Here we go.
then shouldn't you be boycotting the company a little more than just one event?
Yep. Bye bye. I'm not gonna deal with that. That's such a stupid logic. Okay. Here's the thing. What he's talking about, I get it, because he's already coming out and talking about this whole idea of people having this moral standard of, if you're not gonna watch Saudi Arabia, you should be boycotting all WWE. Which, you gotta understand something, dude. First off, sure, I could say I'm not going to give my money to WWE because they choose to do Saudi Arabia. But you're saying that sends a message, but that also hurts the talent. So, because I don't like one show, I'm going to take a paycheck from AJ Styles' book, take a paycheck from Becky Lynch's book, take a paycheck from all the NXT workers' book, because I threw a hissy fit and didn't like one show. Trust me, like, you have to consider that this whole idea of not watching and eliminating your subscription, when you hurt WWE, you're also hurting the talent. Understand that. So, understand when I hear people say this stuff. If you want to watch the show, I don't give a damn. Now, I didn't even get to a point, he said 5 minutes in. I can turn it back on and listen to 5 minutes. Like, timestamp, Sammy. Like 5 what? But I'll turn it on, listen to 5 minutes in, and then listen to his response. But if he's saying, Dalyxman, you should watch it, you shouldn't, if you're not going to watch Crown Jewel, you should boycott all WWE. Okay. But yeah, that's such a dumb argument. Like, the show is bad, but it's not worth taking money out of the paychecks of the wrestlers who are actually doing good. Hey, Sammy's donating, so I appreciate the donations.
In 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
WWE. And they actually thought that this was a legit competition to find out who was actually better than the other person. That was mind-bogglingly... So I made a video. Let's just put it that way. And perhaps I crossed a line. Perhaps I crossed a boundary. Perhaps I burned bridges. And perhaps I just went too far over the top. So for everybody that I offended this week, for the whole Crown Jewel, before the event, during the event, the review, the video yesterday about the crybabies, for all of it, guys, I do want to say this, because I did a lot of thinking, and what do I want this channel to really be, right? And do I want to just be insulting people or calling people out,
I feel like I'm wasting my time.
blowing up people's spots? Do I really want to do that? So what I'm about to do, I've never done before, and that's an apology. And even I can't believe I'm doing this, but sometimes you just gotta... A best in the world title on a superstar of your choosing? Did you think that I was gonna sit back and let you shit on a fucking show like you knew something? And then you come to the Amplified, man, and you say, BC, why weren't you getting amplified more, man? I expected you to get more amplified. Fuck that and fuck you. You don't tell me when to get amplified. How amplified...
Okay, I've lost interest. Sammy, you're not helping me out here, and this, yeah, this guy is not really holding my attention. No offense, BC Amplified. I don't know much about you. I just kind of wish that, I just wish the guy who was suggesting you would help me out with where to find you. And I'm not sitting here watching 26 minutes of your video. Sorry. 1. 2, what you said made no sense whatsoever. And I do hate that logic. You have a moral obligation to support everybody. If you're not going to support, you shouldn't support anybody at all. I just think that's... Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, so... Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to get out of here. I like people saying a poor man's JD. I don't know who he is. I don't really care. He can say what he needs to say. It's his opinion. I think I just went on a wild goose chase, honestly. I think 70 people was just donating money saying that he was talking crap.
You're wasting your time, Dalyxman.
Pretty much. So, I guess I just gave him all this attention because one of my donors say, check him out. So, yeah. I'm out of here. You guys take it easy. I got nothing really else to say. Thank you for the donations. You guys are awesome. This is your boy Dalyxman signing off. Dalyxman's World. Peace out.